So game number 2, this the first game in Group 2. The Preseli Barbars, 3-time champions here in the 5th version of the Welsh 7 series, against the Lampeter Spartans, who have really impressed in round 1 and 2. They've been right up there in a couple of plate finals. And the Barbars will get us underway in the familiar purple and white.
Yeah, the drop ball straight off the bat. We'll see a scrum here early doors, which will give quite a bit of space for the loose players. For the Spartans, I believe, will put the ball into this scrum.
Yeah, early opportunity here for the Spartans if this is the scrum going their way. And a scrum for the Spartans. High line in defence. The Spartans come towards this near side. They've got plenty of pace. Really, really good attacking tempo from the Spartans so far, as they will look for the first try. And out towards that near side touchline is Reen Davis. Recycled again. And the Spartans right around their own 10-metre line with number 4, David Jones. Spilt though, and the Barbars will get possession back and straight through the middle, fending off challenges, and he's finally brought down. This Barbars side who won the Lit 7 series in the week, and straight through for the first try. And that is Jack Craig, one of those players who played at the Pub Sevens last weekend, where the Preseli Barbars won the Super Series. And he will take some time off the clock before he touches down.
Yeah, that all came from that break earlier from Lloyd Wilkins, though. He was superb, you know, the pace and the experience of Lloyd, you know, it's invaluable in this sort of format. And yeah, look at the outcome there, a try for the Barbars.
Yeah, Lloyd Wilkins, the club captain of the Barbars, and first time we're seeing him in this Welsh 7 series so far. Such a huge, huge player for them. And it was his initial break, really, that pierced the Spartans' defence. 7-0 to the Barbars then, who are chasing their Welsh 7 series title back from the Conker Knights here today. As we've said, level on points with the Conker Knights, and the Conker Knights starting this day in the best way they can. 34-7 win over the Isloin Toucans just a few moments ago, and the Barbars have started in similar fashion. That restart is spooned up in the air, but still retrieved by the Spartans, who will bring it through the middle. And out to this near side now with David Jones. And Will Charles Davis trying to get a little bit of room, wrestled down on this near side. Out the other way now go the Spartans, and a bit of a crease. Inside offload, wriggles away from an ankle tap tackle. David Jones again, he's got a number outside of him, stepping back inside. Clear Jones. Now with Oshan Jones. Back to Oshan Jones. And a really good counter-ruck over there. They won the ball, they've stolen it. The Preseli Barbars, they've not just won the penalty, they've stolen it. Support outside. And they've got the legs, have they? Still a lot of work to do. Off the tackle and finally over is number 7, Ned Bennett, the vice-captain. Really good finish in the end. Excellent recovery, scramble defence though from the Spartans. But ultimately, in the end, Ned Bennett with too much power and too much pace.
Yeah, Ned Bennett with a try, but it all came from Shreen Phillips taking the ball and running deep into the opposition half, and then he didn't quite have the gas to go all the way himself, so he used the support from Ned Bennett and Ed Bennett was able to finish.
And the conversion off on that occasion, 12-0 to the Preseli Barbars. The kick missed by Wilkins, but a strong start here for the reigning Super Series champions, or the newly crowned Super Series champions, who have brought some of their A-star players, including Lloyd Wilkins, here today to try and get their title back from the Conker Knights. And a well-taken restart. Off the restart, that man again, Jack Craig, scored a try earlier in this half. Clean restart taken. Potter to Wilkins. Potter again through the middle. Potter doesn't need the man on the outside of him. And it's Sam Potter in for the third try for the Preseli Barbars. And at the moment, they are making light work of a Lampeter Spartan side that we've seen through round 1 and 2 are very, very capable.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, the likes of Sam Potter, top player he is, and combining him and Lloyd Wilkins, both of them with experience playing regionally and for teams in Super Rugby, it's a dangerous combination today, and it could prove to be the difference.
And the kick off again from Wilkins, so 17-0 the score for the Barbars. And a healthy lead as we approach half-time here for the Barbars, as they will get us underway, looking for another clean win off the restart. Not quite this time, but it still goes to the Barbars and driving up towards the 22. They go again, chasing a fourth try. Extremely impressive performance so far from the Barbars. Thomas Jones on this near side as Logan Lockyer, number 5 from the base. Still powering on the Barbars. They want this fourth try before half-time. Lockyer out to Griff Abiyan. Thomas Jones. Lockyer from the base to Steph Davis, shifting back inside. The two scrum caps combining in the midfield. Cleared out now, Steph Davis. Right around the 22. Good defense here from the Spartans. Just managed to hold the Barbars at the 22 line, but as I say that, straight through goes Caden Channing on his debut for the Barbars. First try for them, and the fourth in this first half.
It's just starting to become too easy for the Barbars as of right now.
And half-time, 24-0 to the Preseli Barbars. And equally as impressive as the Conker Knights in this first game for them, first game in Group 2. And the Spartans, Griff, have been a bit shell-shocked, haven't they, by the pace and power of the Barbars?
Yeah, they've been taken by surprise a little bit by the quality of the Barbars. As we've said, you know, there's some top players in the Barbars team in this last round of fixtures, but the Spartans, you know, last time out in Tonna, they had some good players, individuals. Oshan Jones, Antoni Budalovsky as well stood out, as well as David Jones. But they haven't quite been able to create anything in that first half. They had a little phase in the 22 and they couldn't quite put the last pass together, but they'll need to go back to the drawing board because at the moment they're facing a relentless power in the Preseli Barbars. Yeah,
and Budalovsky, who you mentioned there, as you said, in round 2 at Tonna, was one of those standout players for the Spartans. Haven't seen anything of him really so far, but based on the first game and a half that we've seen from the two favourites, it's shaping up to be an absolute cracker later on, isn't it? Both of these two favourites, Preseli Barbars and Conker Knights, looking in fine form.
Oh, look, if you look at the Conker Knights results in the first game against the Islin Toucans, 6 tries against one of the biggest rivals for them in that pool, and the Barbars 4 tries in the first half, coming from absolutely everywhere across the field. It's just been a superb start for both those teams. It'll be interesting to see how they go now in the second half. They'll put the foot on the gas again, or if they take things a little bit easier, maybe save themselves for later on.
Yeah, it's an interesting conundrum, isn't it, for the Barbars, who will obviously want to keep players fresh for later on as much as they can, but it is that mix of making sure you're not underestimating opponents as well. As we can see how quickly things can change in sevens, as that's a good win for the Spartans off their own kickoff. Well controlled football style by Reed Davis as the Spartans look to get their first attacking chance. It's a really good carry by Jack Williams. Nearly had his shirt ripped off his back. Was that forward? Yes, it was, and a mistake in the midfield. Their handling errors, we've seen a few of them so far today, especially from the Toucans in that first game, but those are the type of errors that the Spartans can't afford to have if they're going to have any chance of getting back into this game.
Yeah, Harry Morgan, he'll be disappointed when he sees that one back. He was a bit of a slack pass above the head, but you know, he'd expect to take that on the full normally, and now they're giving the Barbars another opportunity here. And you see, well, we saw in last time out, Thomas Jones, numerous tries. He's got such speed on the wing. If they can get it out to him, there's danger here.
As the Barbars build again from their own 22, man outside him, if he can use him, that is Clear Jones. Sorry, that's Thomas Jones. 2 scrum caps for the Barbars so far have been dangerous. Looking, surveying east to west on this pitch, well held by 2 Spartans, but able to come down with the ball and recycle quickly. A kick over the top, and Spartans defenders having to retreat. Well chased by the Barbars, well pressured. Really good offload to avoid going out of play, and there's a bit of space here now for the Barbars. It's a poor kick though, but picked up by Jack Williams, the big body of Jack Williams, and it's spilt again by Ryan Doughty this time. The veteran 30-year-old Ryan Doughty, most tries for Lampeter RFC this year, but had a bit of white line, well, not white line fever, 10-meter white line fever maybe, but another poor handling error that time, and it gives the Preseli Barbars the ball back just inside their own half. When it looked like that initial offload out of that tackle did really well to keep it in, and it opened up a bit of space for the Spartans, but they weren't able to use it. On the outside now, swung towards the touchline, kept in, but well stolen by the Spartans. Will Charles Davis did really well there. Ball kept alive. Barbars think they have it, but Lampeter have kept it. Referee says play on. Tom Jones, and now it's been intercepted, and the referee will come back. He was playing advantage. Barbars over the top in the ruck. Really big opportunity here now for the Spartans. Charles Davis away to Oshan Jones, and they'll go towards that far side. David Jones, number 4, checks back inside and comes back towards this near side. Very little space to work in. Out to Clear Jones, looking for a crease. Dav Jones now, good strong carry, but pushed towards the touchline. They keep him in. That's another poor pass, but well handled in the end. Again, looking for a crease. Tom Jones through the hands. Dav Jones straightens up and comes back inside. Has he got a lane? Stepping towards the centre. He's got a man outside him. Is this going to be the first try? It's a really good pass over the top and in the corner. Waiting for a signal. That is the first try for the Barbars. It's Will Charles Davis, and a really well-worked, patient opportunity. That will give them some encouragement. Had to be patient, had to work it east to west, and they did so. A really good stretch pass in the end got Will Charles Davis into the corner, and a nice finish from him. The kick goes up and it's faded to the left, so 24-5 the score to the Barbars, and the Lampeter Spartans on the board for the first time today.
Yeah, well worked score into the corner, and that looping pass from Oshan Jones, finding Will Charles Davis on the wing. Finally managed to get on the board. They have the Spartans, but the Barbars still comfortable at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, comfortable at the moment, the Spartans, and so the Barbars rather. And as we said, the Spartans made to work for that try. Really good fan defense from the Barbars as the kick takes a bounce and will head out of play. Spartans looking to get on with that, but that was never going to be their ball. Straight bouncing out of play from the kickoff. So the Barbars with what I believe is the first line out of this game that we've seen. Short line out to the front. And somehow comes out. The referee blown his whistle, not happy with that. And they'll come back and a tap to the Lampeter Spartans with a chance to draw back again in this game. Put some more points on the board, which of course, points difference, as we've seen in the first 2 rounds, can be critical as well, can't it, when it's all said and done?
Yeah, absolutely, but not too long to go in this game now. A minute or so, so the Spartans, they'll need to score as soon as they can.
Another try could make a difference later on today, even if the game is lost. As they come forward again with Tom Jones, and out to that side, Ryan Doughty. The pass is off target there. Poor mistake again, and the Barbars can bring it away from their own 22. A little kick through, and that's worked out, and he'll kick it on. Sam Potter after it. There's a plastic bag on the field, but crossing over for his second try is Caden Channing, number 11 in the scrum cap. And it is a dream debut, first game for Caden Channing for the Preseli Barbars, and he's got on the scoreboard twice.
Yeah, and that one came from deep in their own half. Sam Potter seeing the space, a little grubber kick, collecting his own kick, and then just prodding it through, and the speed in the end of Caden Channing enough for the Barbars to get over for another.
Kick is no good, but that will bring the end to the game. Final score 29-7 to the Preseli Barbars. And a really good performance there from the Preseli Barbars, opening up round 3 of this competition with a comprehensive win against a really good side as well. And coming up next, we will see the 24 crew taking on the Violet Vikings.